Hello, Professor Kiss here. We're going to calculate the modified internal rate of return, or MIRR. The MIRR is calculated similarly as to how we calculate the IRR in Excel, but we use the MIRR function. We use all the cash flows, but we also need to indicate a financing rate and a reinvestment rate. When we calculated the internal rate of return, we assumed that all cash proceeds were reinvested in the project. This may not be a realistic assumption. Typically, when we calculate the MIRR, we assume that we reinvest at our cost of capital. Then the calculated MIRR is a rate between the required return, or cost of capital, and the internal rate of return, or IRR. So let us use our same example of the fertilizer company. We have an outflow of $81.6 million in period 0, then inflows of $28 million at the end of every year from years 1 through 4. So you have the timeline here. We will use Excel, so we will go to function and get the MIRR function. So we click up here to function, we start typing MIRR and click go, and there it is. So now it asks us to enter the values. We will enter all the values that we have here in my row 14 from column B to column F, including year 0. Then it asks me to give a financing rate. Typically, we will use our opportunity cost of capital, our discount rate, our WACC, and then a reinvestment rate. And I will assume, again, we're reinvesting at the WACC. So unlike when we calculated NPV, where we started our cash flows of year 1, for the MIRR, we enter all the cash flows beginning in year 0. And then we calculate the MIRR in one step. The Excel function asks you to enter a financing rate and a reinvestment rate. I will enter both of those as 10%, my discount rate in this problem. Now we've got all the cash flows. It's time to calculate the modified internal rate of return. When we do, we see 12%. The Excel default is 0 decimal places. If we want 2 decimal places, and I will just copy the number here, then what I will do is go to the top of the page and increase the decimals. So now my answer is 12.34%. In our example, the MIRR is less than the IRR, which was 14%, but larger than the opportunity cost of capital of 10%. The modified internal rate of return rule is to accept any project where the MIRR exceeds the opportunity cost of capital. In this example, if the discount rate equals 10%, we accept this project. The last slide just shows you what I did in the Excel. So now you know how to calculate the modified internal rate of return using Excel. It's easier than the financial calculator. Thank you.